everybody! Alright, so I'm on my 4th video here. I've made videos with Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, and now I'm going to make a video with Archangel Lucifer. And each video is for each of the different archangels to share a unique message for humanity. And so I'm doing this so we can get a feel for what their personalities are like and how they communicate and how I perceive them. So I'm just gonna relax here, and we'll see what Lucifer has to share with us. So, okay. So he's showing me that he's always so heavy. He's really heavy. He's really intense energy. It's hard to speak sometimes because his energy is really, really strong in that way. So he is showing me this. I'm trying to reach you. I'm trying to reach you. I'm trying to reach you by climbing this mountain to get to you. I'm climbing a mountain and it's dark. It's dark, I say. I'm trying to climb it. I can't reach the top. I can't reach the top. Why can't I reach the top? It's all quiet. There is an image of what is it's a pathway, right? It's through a hallway. It's got some darker shadow to it. I hear footsteps and people coming down the hallway. There's different mirrored reflections. The floor has like a marbling or something, so I can see reflection upon it. People walking towards me. People walking in a serious manner. There is something of an urgency about it. I think of flame. I think of people being hurt very badly. I think of people crying. But I think of people too who do not think about their actions and how they inspire tears, right? He's showing me different examples of what are the darkest reflections of our experience on this planet that we have come to know as our human history. He finds this to be the truth that brings the tears, he says. He knows what makes hearts cry. He knows what hurts people. He shows me there is a statue here, and it's got metal armor, and it's also holding a pitchfork. And it's more like a trident. There's 3 prongs to it. It's now turning upside down and being thrust into the ground. The man comes out of the armor to show himself. He puts his arms out like this and says, "You see me?" And I say, "I do." There's a red dawn, he shows me. He shows me some of the most darkest things. Human flesh that is put onto sharp objects. That is what I'm looking at. It's interesting because the way this piece is being looked at, so this 3-pronged instrument, right, a trident, has all these sort of body, sort of demented things on it. And it almost is like a fork that he's saying, "Do you want to eat this?" So I am looking at it. But I'm saying that there's 2 different versions of a reaction in me. One reaction is understanding, right? I get it. The other reaction is, let us heal it now, because it is too gruesome. And when the gruesomeness is put in front of your face, now what do? Now you acknowledge that it is there, that it is real. When the gruesomeness is not harming you right now, then we don't care, do we? That is what he says. Now, when the pitchfork is in your face, how does it make you feel? He's wanting us to see how serious this is. And it has to do with war and torture and human beings harming each other on a severe level. So many of us shut our doors and go about our days, and we just don't care. Because it isn't for us to think about now, is it? That's what he says. He shows me that this trident is made out of gold. He asks me, what does gold conquer? What does gold accomplish? What is the value of gold? Is it the value of human life? Or is it just gold? He's standing with the trident like this, so the prongs facing up like that, like a farmer. He is still showcasing that this trident no longer, it's purified, and it is glowing with golden light, and how it glows is in all directions. He's still showing me that it is a red dawn, and the red is getting much, much darker. He shows me it is a blood red sky this evening, or is it day? Maybe it's just a blood red sky. That's what he says. He really has an intensity, but underneath it all, he has quite an extraordinary, loving heart. I get that we all have many sides to our reflection, and Lucifer has many sides too, but not all of them are evil, okay? And so when I speak to him, I connect with his heavenly reflection, and I get to experience that. What makes up him as a totality? What makes up me as a totality, or you? What makes up a very old soul? What experiences develop a soul of diversity? It's important that we acknowledge that in order to become enlightened and become expanded and diverse, souls do journey into the darker sides of an infinite experience, right? And so Lucifer is not as evil as he's been claimed to be. He does have quite an extraordinary loving side. It's always interesting when I connect with him because of this intensity, right? So let's see what else he has to share. He's showing me, so everything is getting golden. He's walking towards me, but then not walking towards me at all. I am walking towards him, but yet I am not walking towards him at all. We are just standing looking at each other with a thin... There is a bit of distance between us both. I'm not standing in his vicinity. He is not standing in mine. I see an image. It's literally like Thor. It's like Thor in battle. A mighty conqueror. I'm just choosing patience. He says he understands why I said that. When I saw this image of Thor, he was splattered in blood and more image of war. And so I tell Lucifer, can we see something else now? I've seen enough war. I've seen enough death. He says, has everybody on this planet seen enough war, seen enough death yet? That's what he says. But then I say, I will choose to be patient now. because I know the message that you are sharing is the value for us all to hear and understand, see something different, something more, learn something new. And I understand that not all of us are ready to let go of certain parts of our human history, right? He welcomes me to, when I choose patience, I always sit down in the scene. So he's welcoming me to stand up. And I go towards him and he gives me a long hug. And I say, I literally, it's sort of like I'm speaking to him about how tired I am of seeing the chaos. It's very tiring. But yet I have to live here. I have no choice. I have to live here. I have to accept the majority's choice. And what we believe in is still this. And there's nothing I can do but create a message to inspire people to think differently. And so in the meantime, I say I choose patience. He asked me to stand, and now he is giving me a long hug because he understands how I feel about this. He is so loving and kind. It's the most surprising thing I ever discovered, was how loving Lucifer can truly be. He has a golden heart as well, and I can see it shining through his chest. He asks, do you think this is a message of wisdom? That's what he asks you. He says, do messages of wisdom inspire transformation in others? Do they inspire us to think differently? Do they inspire us to choose actions of love? Yes, again, is this a message of wisdom? He says, is this a message of love? Yes, if this is a message of love. He says, if wisdom inspires transformations, inspires a motivation to see things in a way that you want to, you're moved to alter a behavior or create more love in this world. He says even the darkest messages can be purely loving because they help us to see the value of love itself. He says, where does love come from? He says, love is golden light. Love inspires light. Light then that touches our lives and illuminates us to see new versions of clarity, right? He asked me to take this candle into a dark hallway. How much can you see with this one little flame? He says, now everybody, take a candle into this dark hallway. Now we are all standing here with each other, side by side, helping to illuminate darkness, each of us holding our own candle of light. How much can we conquer? How much can we accomplish when it is only one person holding one candle of light in a dark hallway? Now when we all choose the same pathway of love, now let us all come together. Let us each hold our own candle of light, the light that comes from within our heart. And now let us illuminate this place so that we are not experiencing darkness anymore. Let us illuminate it with the love within our heart. That's what he says. All right. So there you go. There's Archangel Lucifer. All right, so that is the last video of my 4-video series, Messages for Humanity, from Archangels Gabriel, Michael, Raphael, and Lucifer. So that's all I have to share for this. If you're interested in working with me one-on-one, I do share spiritual healing and psychic readings at my website at abbynormalswisdomquest.com. Thank you for watching.